morning or good afternoon, everyone. You are sitting here with Caitlin and Terrell. This is my first recording of CosmoTalk. CosmoTalk is going to touch on everything from relationships, financial situations, everyday life, and basically friend-to-friend advice to everyone, because we, as humans, we go through similar things, and we just want to reach out and hopefully touch somebody who's going through the same thing so that you can know to not repeat the same mistakes we've already done.
Okay.
Today, I guess our topic is going to be on, toxic people. It doesn't necessarily have to be in a romantic relationship, like toxic people in general.
Okay, yeah.
With how to know that they're toxic and what to look for, and advice that we can give on how to avoid certain situations with toxic people.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely feeling that. So, like toxic people, like specific?
Like overall toxic, I would say along the lines of pretty much like borderline narcissistic type of people. Because, for some reason, I feel like people who are toxic are usually drawn to people who are reasonable or level-headed, good people. They're drawn to good people. They feed off of the energy of people who genuinely want to be there for them in any type of capacity. And along those lines, they're feeding off of you, draining you of your energy, and just taking from you, and you're not benefiting anything in return. So pretty much that's what.
Okay, so I've definitely experienced the type of people that that you described, and so are you asking for like the red flags, like the red flags and stuff like that?
Yeah, so what are some red flags that you've experienced, or some red flags that people should look for when encountering new people? How to know that that you're getting into a situation with this person that you shouldn't get into.
Okay, so yeah, definitely. Red flags are demanding so much from. They're asking so much sacrifice of you, of yourself, your characteristics, and things like that so soon. They're asking you to put up so much of a risk so soon, just like to shift your life and just be committed to this. Like, it's like, wait a second, I haven't thought of this until you showed up. Like, wait a second, this isn't my normal thinking. You're just coming in my life and just trying to shift stuff. So that's definitely a red flag. I personally think. What else?
So they pretty much have a sense of entitlement about them. So they feel like, okay, they're your friend or they're your partner, and they feel entitled to whatever it is they have that you're offering or not offering, but they feel like
something like that.
They feel you owe them.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just like that boldness, and like I could definitely understand if we've invested time with one another enough for you to ask me for so much. It's like, wait a second, you asking for a loan that you're not even qualified for. You haven't went through trials and tribulations. What does your credit score look like? Like, how, it's like, excuse, who do you take me as?
Yeah, the friendship credit score. I like that.
Like, what the heck? Like, you don't even, and by these mimosas are good. This is my second one, y'all. This is my second one, by the way. This is good. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay. A red flag for me, in any type of situation that I encounter, is someone who's always speaking, I guess, negatively about everyone that is in their past. Like, they don't have one person or a few people that they can say, you know what, this person was a good friend or a good boyfriend or a good girlfriend to me, and I ruined it. Like, for some reason, everyone that they ever encountered in their life was doing them wrong, and they were the victim, and they cry wolf. Because to me, I feel like someone like that, they're looking for sympathy from you,
Uh-huh.
but not really sympathy of like, okay, you went through something. If you listen to them long enough on how they speak about people in their past, it kind of gives you an idea of how they will treat you in the future or whenever they get upset with you. So if you're dealing with a new gentleman and he's telling you, oh, you know, my baby mama was a bitch or she's a hoe, or, you know, this person is just this, listen to the words that they're using to describe someone that was once very important to them, supposedly.
Wow.
Because if they have that much animosity towards this person, and usually, you know, when people tell stories, especially people who's toxic, they like to exaggerate and tell the story. They've told this lie so many times that it becomes believable to them. So if you were to speak with the third or, you know, other people who was there at the time, not even the person that they're speaking on, you'll probably get a completely different story. But if you listen to how people speak of others, you will have an idea of what you should expect from that relationship moving forward. As soon as you do something that they do not like, or as soon as you're not giving them enough of what they think they're entitled to. So, you know, don't be quick to jump in and say, oh, you know, I can be better than this person. You don't necessarily know that. That person could have been the rock star and they were just the person that was awful, and this person had to just walk away from them.
Yeah.
And they're about to put you through the same hell
Exactly.
that they put this person through. So you're about to learn firsthand, like, you know, what you're dealing with. So.
But I do want to say, on another hand, like, the thing about toxic people is that I've learned is they're just at surface topic. I say topic. They're just at surface toxic. You know, the surface them is toxic, but they always show up with a good heart, and like they have a lot of those qualifying the reasons why you should go through that struggle.
Yes.
Why you should go through that up and down emotional roller coaster.
So I think you got it flipped. So then you mean they have the surface of an illusion of them being a good person, and their inside is toxic then.
No, I meant like their surface is toxic, but you see beyond that toxic to he's still deep down inside.
Okay.
At the root of somebody, deep down inside, he's sweet or she's sweet, and the way she sleeps is beautiful. We're mesmerized by these deep down inside things, and also a couple other surface things that will leave us mesmerized. But who they show up to be more consistently, that's more toxic than those other things. You know, and that's the person that we have to deal with. Like, we got to deal with the person who you are more consistently, not, oh, you know my heart.
So basically, you don't know
you
don't know which version of the person you might wake up and get in the morning. That sounds like what, you know, because like you're in a relationship with someone, and sometimes they're awesome, but how much awesome are you getting, and how much they're making me feel like crap are you getting?
Exactly.
So.
You know, like which one? Something weighs out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they always, you know, have like, I guess, a sob story on why they act the way they do, or they project the reason on why they're acting the way they do onto you, and making you question yourself, like, you know, maybe I'm not that good of a friend. Like, you know, you're second guessing yourself when really you should be focusing, like, okay, you're giving your all to this person. What are you getting in return?
Exactly.
Because you're in any type of relationship, if you're giving something, you're supposed to be receiving something. Even if you're dealing with a bank, okay, they gave you this loan. Guess what you got? You got this car or this house. They didn't just give you a loan and you just sitting there happily. So in any type of situation, you're supposed to give and receive. So what are you receiving from this person? Or are you finding that you're always giving and you're like, at the end of the day, it's still never good enough? So.
Another sign is early on emotional commitments to you.
Oh, yes.
Like when someone is ready to give you an emotional commitment, or they give you something that's a more emotional gift, I'll say, you know what? Here's a gift. I love you. To hear those words so soon,
Yeah, on a first date or something.
you know, a couple days, you know. How about a month? I mean, it's kind of soon. Like if it was the like, you know what, ha ha ha, you crazy, I love you type. Now those are a little bit more organic, you know, when they kind of just like come out them, you know, they just like come out. But a definitely thought out, I love you, purposely, just like silent.
It's a trap.
I love you. You know, those are a little bit kind of. That's a sign like, wait a second.
That's their trap word, you know, because everyone wants to hear,
That's a little,
I love you. So,
yeah, you know, I think that's a little reckless, personal. Yeah. So if someone walks around a little reckless like that with their personal, like, wait a second, where's your trial and tribulation moment that you gave yourself, especially if you're a person that's loving themselves full enough, like, because we want to be around what? Good people that are loving themselves, you know what I'm saying? We don't want someone that's all that doesn't know how to fix themselves and come to you appropriately. You want what you want and you deserve that, and if they can't come correct and things like that, you don't have to put up with that and stuff like that.
And then something that you just said, which is very important, like if they don't want to fix themselves, like I see a lot of memes on Facebook, Instagram saying, you know, you should be able to fix this damaged person, but you can't fix a damaged person. You're not a psychologist. You didn't go and even a psychologist, they can't fix anything that does not want to be fixed.
Exactly.
If this person does not want to heal from whatever trauma, mental issue, emotional issues that they're having that's causing them to act this way towards others, no matter how much you love them, how good you are to them, you are never going to fix this person. This person needs to find healing within themselves. You're not God. Stop trying to play God. Like, you can't fix anybody. If you were able to fix somebody, you would have fixed yourself. And we all have things that we need to fix. So let's not pretend that, you know, if I love this person more, that will change them. You don't owe anybody that type of, you know, you owe everyone love and respect, but you don't owe anybody more than what you owe yourself. That's what I would say.
Yeah, and I kind of want to piggyback off when you said that, there's multiple different types of toxic people out there. It's not just one type of toxic person. You got toxic people who are walking around and don't know. You got people that are toxic that walk around and they'll just be blunt straight up with you. Oh yeah, I've always been like that. Oh yeah, that's normal. That's just me. They just wear it as a scout hammer type of badge.
Like
they're up front with you and things like that, but they definitely like let you know, like, you know what, this is a badge that I wear.
They let you know.
They say it in a joking manner, but it's like, oh, you serious? There's some truth to that. And then there's just some that's just walking around broken. You see them always hurting people's feelings and just being toxic. Everything around them is negative. Everything. So they come. They're just out there. They come in many different shapes and sizes and things like that. It's just once you realize certain signs, you have to make a choice in yourself. Okay, do I allow this seed of toxic relationship? Do I want to plant and speak life into this? Like, what the hell is going to blossom from this? Nothing but complete chaos. 2 hurricanes going to get together and make a beautiful damage.
Exactly. Make a nice, I don't know, tornado or something.
Right, yeah.
Like in the long run, you're going to end up being the person who's damaged as well, because you're going to go through some type of emotional roller coaster. And hopefully you're sane enough to say, okay, let me walk away from this situation and not try to collide with the person. Because, you know, some people, they will, you know, after a certain amount of hurt, they'll try to, you know, take matters into their own hands. And that kind of makes you crazy and you're losing a little bit of your own sanity trying to make yourself feel better after dealing with such a person that's just completely oblivious, or 9 times out of 10, I say they know that they're hurting you, but they just don't care. Because no one is that dumb to say, okay, well, I keep doing the same thing to this person, and you're telling this person, okay, this is what they're doing to you that's hurtful, and they keep doing the same thing. So clearly it's because they do not care.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to care more about yourself to say, I'm worth more, I deserve more, and although I love this person, I'm going to walk away because that's the best thing for me as a person, as an individual. Because you cannot love anybody more than you love yourself. This is not your child. So,
and when I tell you, toxic people will take you in 6 days. They will take you through 6 years of
yes.
an emotional roller coaster.
Oh yes, they will. 6
People
days.
will ask you, "What's going on with you? Did somebody die?
Right.
Why you look like you've been crying? You look like you've been through so much with a toxic person. I tell you that. Your weight up and down, your blood pressure. You find you getting these new diseases and things like that. That ain't never happened before. Some
Your
things
hair
are not."
falling
And you over there looking like the Wicked Witch of the West with
Right.
water poured out on you.
While they looking like they living their best life.
You know what I'm telling you.
Because they
Some
draining you.
people being with some toxic people will take you through so much unnecessary withering, and it's not a good. So some things wither and some things season.
Mm-hmm.
Toxic people will wither you. Positive and good people will take you through seasons. There's a difference there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely will. So basically, the only thing we want you to take out of all of this is be aware of the people that you allow into your circle.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone who's there for you in a crisis is actually there to help you. Some of them are there to make sure that you actually fall on your face. So
Exactly.
they'll give you a little helping hand, like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, let me help you there. And they're just really there to see the disaster firsthand. So you really should be careful who you keep in your circle. Be careful who you give your heart to. Be careful who you give your attention to. We only have one life to live here, people. And I say the best thing is to talk it out amongst friends. You know, we all go through things. Don't let someone tell you, oh, you know, make you have to choose between family or them, friends or them.
Exactly.
Like, you shouldn't have to choose.
My love is not a contradiction. It's an unconditional.
Exactly. So hopefully you'll join us next time for Cosmo Talk. I enjoyed speaking with you all, and please help me welcome or thank my friend Terrell for sitting in on the conversation. Drop us a line on our comments to let us know a little bit more of your toxic people experiences.
Yeah.
Please share. I like to hear people's stories. And hit like on the bottom of your screen and share with a friend that you think needs to hear this message. Thank you.